U.S. officials are walking a tightrope amid escalating conflict between Israel and Iran, balancing support with caution to avoid deeper involvement. American military leaders say they're closely monitoring the situation, ensuring no direct U.S. troop entanglement while offering defensive support to regional partners. The Trump administration says it did not participate in Israeli strikes on Iran, distancing itself while affirming Israel's right to self-defense. President Trump warned Iran on social media, if any attack targets American assets, the U.S. will retaliate with unmatched military force. Trump also expressed hopes for a ceasefire. We can easily get a deal done between Israel and Iran to end this bloody conflict. Diplomatic efforts have stalled. Nuclear talks planned for Oman this weekend were suspended, as regional violence overtook negotiations. A G7 summit is now expected to review emerging hostilities, assessing whether diplomacy can halt this escalating confrontation. European leaders urged restraint, but remain divided. Some support Israel's actions, while others worry about wider regional destabilization. Middle Eastern nations, including Qatar and Russia, engaged quietly off-camera, attempting to ease tensions despite public rhetoric staying heated. The U.S. temporarily relocated some embassy staff in Iraq, citing security concerns linked to rising threats. Departures of military dependents from central command areas were authorized to safeguard families as tensions continue to rise. Secretary of State Rubio emphasized the strikes were unilateral and the U.S. is focused on protecting its personnel and interests. U.S. defense officials said Patriot missile systems and destroyers were positioned in the region, though direct U.S. participation is not confirmed. Officials told Scripps News that Iran requested U.S. involvement in curbing nuclear threats, but Trump has firmly rejected combat escalation. Still, defense analysts believe Washington remains ready to act should threats shift toward American forces or assets. Trump spoke with Russia's Putin, both agreeing the conflict should cease. Putin reportedly offered mediation between Israel and Iran. A senior U.S. official stated, "The fastest way for Iran to accomplish peace is to give up its nuclear weapons program." Diplomats are quietly exploring parallel negotiations, using third-party backed channels to reconnect the nuclear deal dialogue amid growing hostilities. Despite distance, Israeli coordination continues. Washington supplied missile defense that helped intercept Iranian missile barrages in recent days. U.S. officials caution that any escalation into U.S. territory or assets would trigger a disproportionate and decisive military response. Meanwhile, domestic forces, including Muslim American advocacy groups, are urging the administration to prevent civilian harm and pursue diplomatic solutions. The U.S. faces growing pressure from both sides, hawkish voices pushing intervention and peace advocates warning against open-ended escalation.